Hi everyone. So today we're going to be reacting to one of the important visits that just happened in recent time. Yes, our lovable Putin, lovable. I know that pisses Ukrainians off, but I'm just saying, okay. So Putin's visited United States of America yesterday, and we're going to be reacting to what just happened. I think we don't have really all the news, like what kind of deal negotiations happened. Anyway, so I just pulled up some videos from X, and we're just going to be seeing it together, and I'm just going to give you my honest reactions, my opinions, and if I don't fuck up my English grammars. Yes, it's my third language anyway. If I don't fuck up my English grammar, so I'll be editing out those mistakes. But don't worry, my all the opinions and reactions gonna be honest. I don't fake. If you don't know me, who I am, so I don't fake. Anyway, let's just get right into it. All right, so there you go. Hmm. And by the way, this is my first time doing something like this, so me switching from one window to another window is not gonna be seamless, but I try my best. Okay. Why this tab is not opening? Yeah, there you go. So I don't know who this guy is, Nick Sauter, but I just found his profile on X, and he seems to have all the updates from the meetings yesterday. And sorry also about the bump that you see in the camera. It's just I just put up this tripod. This is a cheap tripod that I could get from Amazon, and it doesn't have a strong base, and my table is not stable. That's quite of a good rhyme, isn't it? Table is not stable. Anyway, so the first thing here, what we see is that President Trump will not be joined by Marco Rubio and Steve Witkoff for his meeting with Vladimir Putin. Per Washington, maybe I don't know what WH means. Pool, bringing out the big guns. There you go, mom man Trump. Wasn't that a big moment when he got shot and he was just missed by this inch to get his head blown off? That was just one of the surreal things that you can see live on YouTube, on streaming platform, on CNN, MSNBC, fake news, whatever. So that's Putin. Man, I don't know why he's just slouching back a little. I mean, I really don't think so. He does have this thick neck, but I think he's really have this strong collar here. He just put it so tight, and that makes his his neck a bit thicker than its usual. So let's see what else updates we have. There you go. Well, the Putin plane is now rolling up to Air Force One. Who's this guy? Yep, that's Russian plane. And just so if you don't know, my father, I mean, India, I come from India, and India and Russia has very strong ties than India has with US. My father worked in a naval base where my father was in charge of security of the ship, and that ship we were building with Russians. And my father was telling me one time that when he was working, he could just see the Russian flags everywhere, obviously on their uniforms, but if they go to their rooms, this flag. And when I see this Russian flag, I just know, because he showed me one time this picture with the Russian guy, and that was cool. I think, yeah. So Putin must be drinking some wine, champagne, probably smoking a cigar while on airplane. Mm. I don't know about you guys, but I come from a military background, and whenever I see people in uniform and when they are in position, I just love it. It just makes me feel so good. I mean, I'm talking about these three people in the uniform, and when they are ready to receive Putin, so I just love their stance. It's just woo, wow. I guess this is one of the most anticipated meetings when it comes to the politics. that like if you know a bit of their history, like they have been going on this Cold War. I think the Cold War is finished now, but they still have tensions between them. So it's just amazing to see, like these two powerful leaders coming together. I miss my man Modi though. I mean, he has to be there. All right, so that video is about that. We're gonna move to next one. What this video is about? Epic multiple American F-35s do a flyover at joint blah 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 blah. That's a hell of a show of force. Yeah, it is. All of them. Woo! If you're a man of culture, you know we love the sound of air jets, money, cleaning glasses, fucking girls. Okay, so we know, like we love all of those sounds. So this is just one of them. It's just so good. Let's react to another one. Oh, that's my man, Trump right there, and that's Putin, big gun. I mean, I love both of their walks. Trump is Trump, but Putin walks is so good. Like the way he walks, like I think that's his right hand that just like like almost don't move at all, but his left hand is just like swing. It's and he doesn't look up that much while he walks, like especially on the red carpet or especially when he's going to address something in the Kremlin. That's such a savage walk. That in my opinion, that's really good. Look at him. Yes, I'm smiling while looking at these guys. That probably like PC of he adores. Yeah, I adore these people, man. These are powerful leaders, or they are war criminals. This and that. There's a reason on like what they are going into such stuffs. But this is not the time to discuss about it. Let's just react to these videos instead. Trump stand is as if like he's waiting for his son to come over and shake hand with him. There he comes. Man, he's waiting for a while. What is going on? Slapping his hand. There it is. Woo! Wow. Wow. Is it just me or like does anybody else thinks like Putin was about to do the dab? He was about to do the dab, but then he was just like he proceeded with the handshake. Just look here. Just look his hand. See the hand right here. Just Putin's hand. That I think like he was just wanted to do the dab, but then he was just like, oh, then his professionalism kicks in, and he's like, nah, I gotta do this handshake instead. I need to meet you, this and that. Yeah, those were really good air jets that you have there. Ah, so good. Trump probably like, this is what we have all done for you. Yeah, that's salute. That's one thing you can't mess with Putin, man. I know, like this. There's some news going around, like the Russia is weak now, and this is the right time to hit them. I don't know how much that is true, but it- like there's so much power, and I mean, like what you see on the media is probably not. not the all things that you see. He's just like, maybe he used to be spy. He knows like what he's doing. Probably one of the strategies is that he makes the enemy thinks that they are winning, and when they start like attacking Russia, then they just like get their whole countries blown off. You just never know. So don't underestimate this guy at all. Yep. And what you just saw, they were looking up to see the B-2 bombers. I think like we still have those videos. Alaska 2025. Yeah, I think it's just the only country. America is the only country where they know like how to make everything is so presentable and make it so good to watch. What is this? If you look at the Putin through this car's window, he looks happy. He he, he looks happy that I think like he's still taking all it in about like how the America and how the Americans live and how they are treating him. I don't think so that's his first visit to America, but I think in the recent times he has not visited America that often. Maybe after 5 or 6 years. I might be wrong. So like put your comment down in the comment section so that like I get more views of my videos and I can like grow my channel a little bit more. So help a brother out here. In return, I get you guys a big shout out. So yeah. About Trump's intervention between India and Pakistan, we're gonna talk about that in later video, but not right now. But we're gonna watch out about this guy, what he was doing there with the negotiation. He didn't do much, but he just took all the credit. That's what Trumps do. So I think this is yeah. I think yeah, this is the video. Uh, Wow. Come on, guys. I'm not the only one who has a big smile when they watch this air just like flying over you. The sound is just woo, awesome. What else we got? Yep. So holy crap! A huge crowd of Trump supporters have shown up outside a base where President Trump is meeting with Putin. Keep America great. All right. This is not the way I've seen before. This is good. This is good. I mean, I wouldn't be. I wasn't much happier when Biden was the president in the Biden administration. I just didn't like it because not because of his policies, but mainly because, like he was just easily to be manipulated by. Uh, that guy wasn't a strong leader. I mean, if Democratic had a strong leader, I would have definitely liked it, but they just didn't have it. Then after that, the Kamala Harris, sorry, came by and she wasn't making any point, not making sense at all. It was just like word salad. She was just like speaking something, and it just didn't make any sense. So far, yeah, I like Trump's protest. I mean, Trump, like whatever the rally is there is going on in Alaska now. What is this? President Trump meeting with them has officially kicked off. Get the deal done, Mr. President. Hated to break it to you guys, but it didn't happen. So Trump must be telling to him like, oh. Look what we have got here. Fuck to your communism. This is what the capitalist countries looks like. I think like I like this picture. Uh, Probably like Putin must be telling the reporters, "Yo, shut the fuck up. You have to chill down a little, man." Yeah, we have seen this one. We have seen this one. Trump and Putin will both be taking part in the joint conference call. This is great. Trump is reportedly on the phone with European leaders right now. Let's see what's happening. There's nothing to see here. They're just checking the microphones if everything is working. Says the Russian delegate are now describing with excellence. Um, that was good. I mean, I think like this is just basic thing to say whenever you just visit anybody's house, country. You just like appreciate like how they are treating you and how they're receiving you. So, but let's see like what are the other news that we got here. There were many points that we agreed on. Most of them I would say a couple of big ones that we haven't quite gotten there yet, but we made headway. Yeah, probably it's just one of those things, right? They just like dragged away, and they are just like dragging away for like very long time. Let's see. Bro, putting NATO in Ukraine, I mean, you can understand from a perspective of like how strong people operate, how their mindset operates. You just don't poke a beer unless you really have like a strong nation to support you. And I'm not saying like strong nation like America. You can't rely on America. Sure, it's a strong nation, is one of the like super leaders country, but you just cannot rely because it's just a mess. It really is a mess country. Surely it has like a lot of great things to offer, for real, sure. I mean like the democracies, I just love the freedom there in America. But when it comes to wars, don't just rely on like what America is selling to you, because like their administration changes in every 4 years. So does like every other countries, like in India. But the decision what comes from America is just not stable. So putting the NATO in Ukraine, you could have done something else, but not NATO. And also like just so you know, like Russia has like some bad history with America, and putting America military, whatever you call like the organization like NATO in Ukraine is just like poking a beer. Like that was a bit stupid thing to do, but they did it, and I think like that costed him like lot of lives. It's just a mess. Like I guess like you all guys remember. Maybe you guys don't, but it happened when Trump met with Zelensky, and there were like heat argument exchanged, and that happened in the Oval Office. Man, that was quite a watch, wasn't it? And I was just like kind of hoping, but I guess like that would never happen, something like that with Putin. But when Trump said about like yeah, we had a like hard talk, there are things that we agreed upon, there are things that we did not agree upon, and it just kind of reminded me of like how the meetings went with Zelensky. So yeah. It's cool. So he addressed about the Russian hawks. I think that happened in 2016, in 2020 as well. Let's see more of this. What's going on here? Justin. Okay, so now they are saying goodbye. Why the video froze? Okay, so okay. It's great to see, like I mean, like this is just me. When the strong leaders, okay, when the strong leaders, like when they have meetings such like this, like close to close to each other. Then they're just like facing each other, and they're just talking, shaking hands. I just like this kind of things. Mm, I guess that is all. I guess. Okay, what have we got? This one here. Vladimir Putin confirms that the war in Ukraine never happened, would have never happened if Trump was in office. Today, when Trump says that if you were president back in this, there would be no war. I'm quite sure that it would indeed be. I can confirm that. Wow, that's a comment. Okay, so you all be just like I don't know what to say to all of you guys, but like no, it would have still it would still have happened because it's Putin. If not now, he would have done that later. I don't think so. I don't think so. I still believe like what he said, and I know. I mean, not 100% sure, but I think I still can be bit sure. Like if Trump was in office, he would have never invaded Ukraine. Now that's a statement. Okay, now that's a statement, and it's just not. And he wasn't bluffing. He was just not like kinda would have could have. No, he just said it, and he knows, and I fucking know it. Who the fuck am I know when I see like people like this when they speak with such certainty that yeah, the war would not have happened if he was the president. And I believe that when Biden was the president, and I believe it now, and he just confirmed it. I don't really need to go into details and explain you guys like why and like how. You guys know it a bit. So hmm so I guess that was all. Whew. Man, this is so fun. I think like I still need some time to get used to this streaming service. I don't know if this is a streaming service or not. I don't know. I just wanted to record and just react to like what's going around. So that was it for today's video, and we hope to see each other again on my next video. So until then, ciao.